everyone. Welcome to another episode. I am your host, the only Kayla, and today I have a very special guest stopping by all the way from Sacramento, California. Today I have the pleasure of interviewing artist Rickey Rich with me. How are you feeling?
Hey, what's up with it? I'm feeling good. I'm feeling blessed.
Awesome. Thank you so much for stopping by. We have a lot to get into today, but I know there's some people out there who may not be familiar with you or your sound. So I just want you to talk about yourself for just a minute. So I mentioned that you're from Cali, right?
Yes.
Okay, so tell me, what part of Cali are you from, and what was it like growing up there?
Okay, I'm from South Sacramento, born and raised. I stayed in the Bay Area for a few years, but came back to Sac. And it wasn't all that good, you know. My mom died when I was 10, and I kind of got traumatized. And I jumped into the streets and went to jail a lot. That's where I found out how good I was with the music. And after a few times in and out, I decided to start taking it serious. A lot of people was telling me that I was good at it and stuff, so I learned how to get paid for it and just start taking it serious, and I start getting good results and stuff.
Well, that's definitely a good story. First, I want to say I'm sorry, about losing your mom. I know that has got to be really, really hard. How has her loss inspired you to like be an artist, or even inspired your music today?
Her and my uncle, they always used to like sing a lot. They was like real good singers, like at all the family events and stuff. So like as I got older, I'll be thinking about them a lot. And I'm like, my uncle just passed away though. And he was talking to me and my little cousin Butter Luch, and he was telling us to start taking it more serious. So like I start pushing it, and then next thing you know, Fat Joe hit me up.
Really? So we got to get into that. So Fat Joe reached out to you to do a record.
Just like promotion, you know, he promoted me like out on my song. He just dropped like a little video of it, sent it to me and stuff, you know, for I could like work my way up and stuff.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That's dope. So what was it like for you getting like a Fat Joe cosign in a way, him promoting your music, and to just have someone that big and that legendary, backing you up?
It's a blessing, and like a lot of people in my city right now are looking at me like I'm opening up doors out here, you know, because it's a few people that open up doors out here in Sacramento, but it's like kind of like, you know, probably in like negative ways and stuff. Like I'm just doing it like off my speech, you know.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'm just trying to bless others as much as I get blessed, you know.
So now not only did Fat Joe promote your music, but you guys have a record together, correct, right?
Yes, it's called Yo Yo.
So tell everyone a little bit about that record with Fat Joe, because it's dope.
Yeah, okay. So when he hit me up, you know, he gave me like options of what I could go about with doing with him, you know. And I told him I wanted him to present me on a song. And he sent me like a little recording, you feel me? Giving me a shout out, telling everybody in South Sacramento you want them to stand up for me, you know, shout out me. And it go crazy. I'm finna do a video to it soon.
Awesome. So, you had mentioned earlier that, after your mom passed away, you had kind of gone to the streets and you were in and out of jail. And then that's when you kind of realized, like, okay, maybe I should start, doing music. I guess you can say you like found your passion to do music. Tell me, what was that defining moment for you? Like, where you, after like maybe making some songs, you were like, all right, I got something here. Like, I can really do this.
Yeah, like, you know, you got nothing but time just sitting in the cell. So I was just in there writing and writing and writing. And then I was rapping out loud. And it's like an echo in there. So I could hear my voice. And then like a few times the police was like walking by doing like count checking on us and stuff. And I'll look up and I'll see the police at my door just sitting there listening to me smiling. Like, hey man, rap that one again, man. And I'm like, damn, man, if the police like it, I gotta, you feel me? So I just start writing and writing and writing. And then I got out, start recording it, and, you know, just start going crazy with it. Start taking it serious.
That's dope. So not only, did you find your passion, making music, fortunately, like you're behind a cell. And I know where a lot of times people, can either dwell on their situation and why they're there, and other people can use that time to really make something out of themselves. We see a lot of people go back to school and pick up a trade and things like that. So I think it's amazing that during that time you discovered your passion and that you really just took off with it. Would you say that making music has also since then kept you out of trouble?
Now it has, yeah. Like now that I start taking it serious, when I wasn't taking it serious, I was just like, but now like I made like $100 so far off it. I've been rapping for what, like 2 years. It's loading up slow, but I just need more exposure.
No, but that's dope. I love to hear stories like that because, all these big rappers that you see today, they all started somewhere. I know sometimes when we see like, the Drakes and the, Young Thugs and Gunners and all these people, right? We see it feels almost like it's overnight success, right? Like they started making a song and then boom, now, Lil Baby and Gunna are the biggest things in Atlanta and Young Thug and Drake and
Yeah,
all these things. But, they all started somewhere. And I think it's wonderful that you said, well, I made $100 so far. That's great. You should definitely
yeah,
congratulate yourself on something like that. Because I remember recently Drake had posted, I think it was like a pay stub, and it was like his first show. He said he used to do a lot of shows for free. And then he had a show where I think he opened up for don't quote me because I don't remember who he opened up for, but I think got paid like $100 or $300. Right. So
mhm,
when you look at that, I'm sure in that moment he was like, wow, this is huge, and then boom, he became Drake. So I want you to use that as motivation right now that this is the beginning of something really, really big. So I
yeah.
think that's dope for sure.
I got one more big artist too.
What?
So I have one more big artist that reached out to me too.
Tell me, who is it?
DC Young Fly.
Oh, yes. Yes. Okay. So what was that conversation like? He slid in your DMs?
Yep. I got him finna promote me soon too on a song. It's called Think of Me. It's already out though. I didn't do it like the Fat Joe one. Like with the Fat Joe one, I waited until he sent me his little audio recording and I put it with it. But with this one, it's already out. It's called Thinking of Me. And he's gonna promote it for me if I could, get some exposure.
That's dope. So when he slid in your DMs, what did he say?
He's like, hey man, I see you, man. You feel me? And I see that you need the push. I could get you the recognition you need, you
Hmm.
know, and we just took off from there.
That's dope. Yeah, he's definitely a big voice. He's definitely influential. So, like I said, you're there. You're like, little by little, you're getting there. I think those are two really big people that you should be proud of that see your vision, believe in what you do, and
Mhm.
want to help you get to where you want to get to,
Mhm.
faster. So I think that's amazing. So, while we're on the topic of music, talk to me a little bit about the songs that you have out right now.
Okay. I got two songs that I just dropped about 2 weeks ago. It's called What You Want From Me, Let It Drip. I got a song called My Pimpin', Oil News. I got songs with an artist called Prince Drada. It's called Consistent, Daily Revenue, Copycats. um, I don't know. I got Family Ties album. I got Welcome to My Iraq album.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I got about 50, 60 songs screaming right now.
That's so dope. Okay, so before we get into more of your music and your albums, I'm sure people are tuning in and listening and trying to figure out, okay, what kind of artist is Rick? So tell me a little bit about, so for people who are just now tuning into you and tapping into what your sound is, how would you describe it? Like what kind of music do you make?
I make like stressful music. I can make party music. And everybody likes some shoot 'em up, bang bang music. I can make all.
Yeah. So like how would you describe your sound though? Because today,
Can you give me some water?
so how like today we have different sounds, right? You got trap music, you got Latin trap music, you got R&B music, you got like the ride wave where it's like hip hop or like R&B, you got pop music. So how would you best describe your sound? Or would you just say it's a little bit of everything?
Excuse me, damn. My throat's fucking scratchy right now.
No, you're fine.
I would say motivational and trap music. Like some little baby right now, you know? Like I like to talk about money. I like to talk about my dead ones and some party stuff.
Yeah. And are you going to be talking about your experiences in jail as well?
Oh yes, I have a few jail songs too, but I kind of like stopped talking about that. You know, I don't want to keep talking about jail and then coming back around.
No, yeah, for sure. I do think though that there is a way to kind of spin it, just because, you know, like you mentioned before, that is your story. You
Yeah,
had an experience that other people may not have experienced, or, you know, it can definitely speak to the younger generation who may be in the streets right now, and, you know, you could be educating them on like, hey, listen, this is not the route to go. There's other
yeah,
ways to do this, to make money, to live. So I think that, you know, you have a perspective that a lot of people need to hear, you know. So
yeah.
instead of maybe doing it about the jail stories, or your jail experience, you can kind of spin it in a way of like, I've been there, done that, you know.
Yeah, that's what I do too. That's what I did. Yeah,
That's dope.
yeah.
So, aside from all the music that you had just mentioned, are you gearing up to release an album? Do you have any albums out right now? Because I'm sure a lot of people are going to want to tap into you after they watch this interview.
Yeah, I got plenty of albums. I probably got like 4 albums out, and then I got a lot of singles.
Okay.
And I just got my studio, so I'm gonna save some money and start recording myself now. So I'm gonna be dropping stuff damn near every day.
That's awesome. So
Yeah.
now, how are you learning to do the whole process, like producing, engineering, all that stuff?
It's easy.
It's easy.
Yeah, it's easy. But like the mix and mastering is hard, but you know the internet, they got all kind of apps and stuff for that now.
Yep. And I always tell people too, like YouTube can be your best friend. Okay. Because I remember when I was in school for like journalism, they had told us like, oh, listen, you have to edit. And I was like, I don't know how to video edit. Like I've never, you know, edited before. And I went on YouTube and I learned everything. Like YouTube is amazing. So I'm sure there's a video out there that can teach you how to mix and master. But like you said, you know, there's an app for everything today.
Yeah.
But I think that's amazing how not, you know, not only are you an artist, but you're also diving into the hands-on side where you're producing and engineering. And that's great because then, you know, as you continue to get really good at it, you can do it for other people and make a ton of money also.
Yes, I even just bought a camera too, so I got a green screen and stuff. I'm gonna practice on doing videos too.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's awesome. You know, I firmly believe that people who take the initiative to, I know sometimes it can be hard doing everything at once because I do the same, but I do believe that people who take the initiative to learn and to do that for themselves, I mean, turn out to be like these creative geniuses. Look at Tyler, the Creator; he does everything himself,
Yeah.
and he's freaking like #1.
Yeah.
So I think that's
I've been
dope.
seeing a lot of big dudes like on the internet, they be having their own studio in their house.
Mm-hmm.
It really save you some money though, because like dudes be charging like 50 to like probably even 100 an hour just for some studio time.
Exactly. Now you can flip it and now you can charge, you know, you can charge that in your house. They come to my studio. You know, I got you.
Yeah.
So tell me, you've gotten to work with several artists. Who is somebody that's on your list? Give me like your top 3 people that you would love to work with. It doesn't have to be like super big and it doesn't have to be like, you know, hometown local people either. Just like who would be your top 3 people you would love to work with?
Some old school people like Snoop Dogg, Ice Cube. I like Lil Baby right now though. He's like real motivational for the young dudes right now, you know?
Yeah, I love Lil Baby.
Yeah, he talks about that money, you know, and how to get it and don't settle, you know? That's what I'm on right now.
Yeah. Okay, that's it. So Lil Baby, Snoop Dogg, and Ice Cube, right?
Yeah, E40, you know. I even talked to Keith the Sneak. I met Keith the Sneak recently and stuff. Yeah,
How was that experience?
it's good. You know, it's California legend.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm trying to be a California legend.
You're on your way. You are for sure on your way. So tell me, is there anything else that you want to get into, you as an artist, that you want people to know more about?
You feel me? I'm a good dude. You feel me? You could check my resume. You feel me? I'm not no weirdo. You feel me? Shit. Even the police are vouching for me right now. The probation officers and stuff. You know,
Ah,
like yeah, they'll tell you my history and stuff, how I was when I was younger, and I just want to get some money. I just want to get some big money right now and
mhm.
make it to the BET Awards. I wanna go perform there or something one day, you know?
Nah, for sure, you're gonna do it, and that's awesome to see how the people who sometimes essentially can be against you, probation officers. Sometimes they can be a little funny, a little petty, and put you back, get any reason to put you back in the cell,
Yeah.
So I think that that's really amazing that you have these people that are on your side and really rooting for you. Do you want to talk a little bit about, for anyone that's watching this that may resonate with your story, do you want to talk a little bit about the transformation that you've made? Like you shed light a little bit on it about how you used to be. So do you want to shed a light a little bit, without giving away too much information, but how you used to be and how you've changed now and how music has changed you?
Okay, like when my mom died, it seemed like I was in a rage. You feel me? Like I was blacked out. I didn't care about nobody. I was on a suicide. I started gang banging. I was in the streets. I was breaking in houses. I could have died like 4 times breaking in houses and gang banging and stuff. And like I was numb. You feel me? Like I didn't feel nothing. And I remember like OGs and stuff used to be telling me like, youngster, why you look like that? Like I used to just be quiet and I guess I'd just be looking mad like this. I'd be like, I don't know, I'm just thinking. But like now I be seeing people that was my age, youngsters and stuff, and they be looking the same way. And I just be like, damn, man, he's traumatized. You feel me? I just hope everything for him, that he get the limelight soon.
Yeah, that can be really, really tough. What advice would you give to the young men right now, the young generation right now, who may be going through a similar situation and what you went through at that age? The little 10-year-old boys, 12-year-old boys, 14-year-old boys, the age where it really matters in a child, and having to go through such a traumatic experience like that, not just losing someone, but losing a mom, has to be so hard. And I feel so bad, that had to happen, that happened. So what advice would you give to, someone right now who may be the age of your, and going through something like that?
Uh I would say you gotta stay strong because as you get older, it's gonna be more death, So just get you some money to where you could take care of your family members and they won't have to be out in the streets doing stupid stuff. Or if they're on drugs, you could put them in rehab. Or, like you really just gotta stay strong. Like the beginning of this year, I just had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I had 6 family deaths. You feel me? Like all in a month. You feel me? That shit was deep. You feel me? That shit like kind of fucked me up for a minute, but I had to snap back, And I'm like, damn, like that's like God, in a way, like grabbing them. You feel me? And just get you some money, man. For your mom won't have to worry about the bills. For your dad won't have to worry about the bills. If you got kids at a young age, you could take care of them without having to go steal and break into houses and stuff like how I was.
That's some really good advice. Now, how do you keep your mental health in check? Like how are you keeping up with your mental health? How do you stay sane? How do you stay positive? How do you keep going? Because you've
I
been
ain't
through.
gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie, like jail helped me a lot because I had time to really just sit there in a fucking bathroom You feel me? I was locked in the bathroom. I came out when they told me to. So I just really had time to sit there and think of everything I did wrong, you know? And I'm like, damn, that's all I needed to do? Damn, that's all I needed to do. You feel me? Oh, when I did that day, I could have just did it this way. And I was reading a lot of books too. You know, it's a lot of books like Art of War, The Art of Seduction and stuff, and it show you how to like be more player about things and stuff, and just sit back, how to be quiet and read people's body language and stuff, you know. But like mental health wise, jail really helped me out because I seen people. I was in there with people that had life, you know. They've been down like my whole life, and they knew they wasn't coming home and shit, and they was just in there chill. And I'm just thinking like, damn, man, if I had life, man, I'd be here tripping. Feel me? But they used to tell me, they'd be like, you'll be up in here tripping, but you'll be in the hole. You couldn't go to get a visit. You couldn't get no commissary or nothing. You'd just be in the hole. And then you'll be going crazy, really. But like, you know, jail.
Yeah, that's good, you know, and I'm glad that you learned from that experience because we see a lot of people, even within my experience, you know, with people that I'm close to, you know, where we see a lot of people, they go to jail and they don't learn from that experience. They continue to put themselves back in the same situation. And instead of assessing, okay, how did I get here? And how can I make sure I never get here again? And yet, you know, they just end up in the same situation. But I think it's perfect what you said, right? Because you took that moment and you reflected on what you went through and the decisions that you made. You know,
Yeah.
what it boils down to is the decisions that we make in those situations. That's how we get there, right? And sometimes it can happen in the blink of an eye. Sometimes people just snap, or sometimes people are hungry and, you know, they make these crazy decisions and in the moment it doesn't seem crazy, you know, but it leads into these bad situations. So I'm very, you know, happy that you were able to self-reflect and able to say, okay, I'm in this situation because of the decisions that I made, and I'm going to make sure that I don't make these decisions again.
Oh.
And you've been on the right path ever since.
Man, I can't look back, you know, and especially my uncle just passed away on me. This dude right here.
Let's see him.
He just passed away on me, and he was singing right here in this picture, you know. And me and my little cousin Butter Loach, we was the last two people to see him, and he gave us like a long speech. It was like Thanksgiving. We brought him some food. We stayed the night over there with him, and he was just telling us like, you know, we gotta be the ones out the family that blow, that could show everybody something different. You know, and then like, just like with the Fat Joe thing, you feel me? Like people see I did it, like, bro, Fat Joe, what? Like, you know?
And that's so crazy because Fat Joe, so I'm from the Bronx. I live in Atlanta now, but I'm from the Bronx. And Fat Joe has been on my top 10 list of people I want to interview. So I'm happy that you got it because I, for whatever reason, cannot get in touch with Fat Joe whatsoever. But I'm so happy that you got that feature, that you got that co-sign, that you got that promotion. And I'm just so happy for what's gonna happen in your career. You know, this is just the beginning, so don't get discouraged. This is a very tricky industry. But I always tell people that if you're passionate about what you do, it kind of doesn't matter of when the success comes because it's gonna come at some point, you know?
Yes.
So
I
that
could get you in contact with Fat Joe.
huh?
I could get you in contact with Fat Joe.
For real?
Yeah. It costs though, you know, like I'm out here breaking myself to be in contact with him, but like, you know, it costs a little bit, you know, but I could holler at him for you.
Nah, for sure. That would be dope. We'll definitely talk. But before we wrap this up, I just again want to ask you, is there anything else that you want to touch base on? Anything about your music, your story, your experiences?
Hold it down. Yeah, like just I'm gonna have more music coming soon. I'm gonna drop like 2 videos. I'm gonna do the Fat Joe presents Rickey Rich. I just want y'all to tap in with me, man. You know, believe in me. I'm gonna come fuck with it, man. Tough. Go lay down.
So now I want you to tell everyone can now I want you to tell everyone where they can follow you on social media and how can they listen to your music.
Okay, my Instagram is Million Dollar Plan. Type that in until you see Rickey Rich under it, and you're gonna see me on there. My Facebook is Rickey Rich, Ricky with an EY, Rickey. They keep blocking me on Facebook though.
What, you keep going to Facebook jail?
Yeah,
Why?
because I'll be sharing my music a lot, and I think I probably need to unfollow people because I feel like people are hating on me.
That could be it too. I had literally the other day someone try to hack my Instagram. So
Man, I got TikTok as Rickey Rich 51. My music is on all platforms: Apple, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Deezer, anything you listen to. You could type in my name and I'm gonna be on there.
okay, awesome. Thank you so much for stopping by, Rickey Rich. I had a great conversation with you. I loved learning about, your life history, your experiences, and most importantly, the music. I'm so excited for your career, and I can't wait to see where you go. Okay, so remember to never give up and never stop believing because you got this. You're gonna make it out of your family. Okay, I'm like seriously convinced.
My mama, I appreciate it. I wish the best for you too, love.